Hey y'all, this is Chewy Louie with Chewy Louie's Outdoor Adventure Channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing a Mossberg 500 Flex. For all practical purposes, it is a Mossberg 500. It just got the added feature of the quick change stock and fore end and butt pad and all that stuff. Really like the Mossberg 500. It's ran perfectly fine for me so far. I've had it for probably 3 years now, something like that. I've had probably close to 300 rounds through it, so not a whole ton, but I have beaten it up and abused it, and it's worked just fine. Perfectly reliably, haven't had any problems. It's served me well so far, even though I've abused it a lot. I cleaned it for the first time a couple days ago. I didn't realize the difference, but after I cleaned it, the action was so much smoother than it was before. But it is very smooth now. It was smooth whenever I got it. I didn't realize over time it had gotten kind of sticky, sluggish. But whenever I opened it up, it was so filthy. It was just ridiculous. There was grass and dirt inside the receiver, back up here, behind the bolt and stuff, and all up. It was a mess. It was very dirty. But cleaned it up real good, gave it just a little bit of lube, and it's no worse for wear. Now first I'm going to talk about the Flex system. So basically how that works, I am going to pull that thing out, you turn it, and then usually you have to pop the stock a little bit. It comes right off. It's just a little like hexagon type star thing. This thing just turns that piece on the bottom and locks it. So it's pretty neat. It works just fine, but whenever I bought it, there was a little bit extra price for this. For the fore end, you push forward on that button, you pull it out, push it forward, comes right off. So it's pretty neat. But whenever I got it, there was a little bit of extra price. To be honest, right now, I don't think the Flex system was really worth the price. It's not that it's bad, it's just what I've done with it. This is a hunting shotgun for the most part. It's got a 28-inch barrel. So this is a hunting shotgun for me, and I have not found that I needed to really adjust it at all. The big thing where I can see is if you have like a bunch of different shooters that need different stock lengths, that would be the biggest deal to me. Or different, you can get different recoil pads for it. I can show you the recoil pad. It's got these two buttons back here, and you push down on them and recoil pad just pops off. So but for me, out of the box, stock was the right length. I shoot it just fine. I do squirrel hunting, a little bit of deer hunting. I do shoot trap, a little bit of trap. Just I don't have a throw or anything. Just get my brother and my dad to throw clays for me, and we swap up and shoot. And they all shoot this all right. Little brother doesn't like it. He says the trigger's too heavy. I don't mind that. I haven't even noticed it. But everybody else, they shoot this just fine. It is kind of front heavy because of the long barrel, but that's pretty much any gun with a long barrel. Um, so for me personally, the flex system wasn't really worth it because I haven't had to adjust it or anything. Um, Now, as far as like a home defense gun, that's cool thing about the Mossberg 500. All you have to do is unscrew that, and you just swap the barrels out. It's really super easy. Um, but I haven't set it up for that. I don't have a shorter barrel because I probably would keep this one on there most of the time for hunting and stuff. Killed lots of squirrels with it. Killed a few birds, some quail. Um, and I've shot some slugs and buckshot out of it, but to me this is not really set up for that. That would probably be more convenient. It's not a slug gun. It'd be more convenient with a shorter barrel for a slug gun. It's not rifled, obviously. But for me the big thing is I could put slugs in if I'm squirrel hunting and I jump a deer or something. I could shoot it with the slug or buckshot. I could use buckshot too, but slug has a little bit more range. But the thing is, this is one flaw to it. So the way the sights work, you have two beads. There's one there, which is sort of a pointy pyramid type thing. There's one here. This one used to be a round ball. Now, so when I was talking about beating the crud out of this thing, I knocked, that thing used to be white. It had a little white thing that popped on that. And it is gone now. Because at some point, whenever I was carrying it in the woods, this thing has a long barrel. And apparently I bumped something or did something, knocked it off, and don't know where it is. Now, the way the sight system works, there's two of them. Basically, all you could see is the little pyramid one whenever you line them up anyways. So it doesn't hurt it shooting unless you were maybe shooting. And if you're shooting shot, then if the stock is the right length and everything, sights don't really matter all that much on a shotgun. It's not super big deal. If you're shooting slugs or something, trying to be more precise on a real stable rest, then I can see how it could be a big deal. But once again, for me, this is not a slug gun. If I wanted to, I could probably get a little replacement for that, or I could paint it white or whatever, but it works fine. So I really like it. It's showing a little bit of wear, but that's pretty normal. I have beat this barrel up pretty good. See if I can show you. So because this is partially because it's a long barrel, let's see that nicks in the metal. It's pretty dinged up. It was rusty. Was getting a little rusty on this end, but I scrubbed it up real good and oiled it, so can't really see that now. There's some shiny spots and marks on that receiver. So I've beat it up pretty good. I think I've given it a pretty good test. It comes with the choke system. I forgot what Mossberg calls it. There's a little tool and 3 different chokes. This one's a modified right now for squirrel hunting, so I can unscrew it, screw it back in, swap them out. Tried squirrel hunting with full chokes in case I have to shoot further. Not recommended. I miss a lot whenever I do that because of the tighter pattern. Missed one the other day. It was jumped down a tree about 20 feet from me, and it was running, and I shot, and part of it was my fault. I shot behind it, but the shot pattern was very tight, and so I missed the squirrel. If I would have had an improved cylinder, I probably would have hit it. It probably would have killed it, but it would have stopped it so that I could have gotten another shot on it. So kind of a bummer, but it's just a squirrel, no biggie. Um, so yeah, I really like it. I think it holds like 5+1 or maybe 6+1. I don't exactly remember because I keep the plug in there for hunting, so it just normally holds 3 rounds, which works all right for hunting. Not saying I haven't used more than 3 rounds on a single squirrel before, but if you have to use more than 3 rounds on a single animal, then you got bigger problems than your shotgun not holding enough ammo. You need to go do a little target practice. So that's about it. I do want to make a note about this. I've tried a couple different shotguns with the shell elevator. Well, it'd be in the locked position. It was down. Loading it, it's so much easier with it up like this. I really love this design. It makes it so much simpler and easier to load, and you don't have to worry about getting your fingers caught and stuff like that. So I really like that. But it's a good shotgun. Really like it. It's holding up well. It's done everything I've asked it to, and I really like it. So that's all I got for right now. I might do an update to this one later. I'll probably do some videos of me shooting it, but I might update you further down the road if anything big happens or just more rounds, and let you know how it holds up. So, but that's all I got for right now. This is Chewy Louie with Chewy Louie's Outdoor Adventure Channel, and thanks for watching.